Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny Sun for a special report. Today we'll be speaking about certain aspects, being made by, between planets. So we'll be speaking about the Sun squaring off or opposite to Uranus. So the astrotype for this, successful time, authority, rebel. So let's begin. The Sun, of course, it's going to be the Sun opposite Uranus. Sun signifies at the world at large, political politicians, judges, employers, and those who have power of authority and power of the leader and the one that shines, such as presidents and other government officers, and the exigencies of life, bringing the person in contact with them. He will receive financial help at their will and will receive at their hands whatever is treated by the Sun. So the Sun generally signifies the life-giving force and also brings in upliftment of spirit and of good courtmanship. This aspect usually involves an inharmonious element between both planets that usually brings energies that affect the person significantly, and this may bring a bad reputation in your public repertoire. And may cause anything that represents Uranus, which usually involves physical objects like technology, astrology, and other prospective devices. This planet, of course, also represents fraternities, large groups, governing bodies, companies, associations, progressive societies, also daring to give break or release of that freedom energy. The native finds itself at a square or an opposition aspect, can easily bring abruptness and unexpected and brusque manners presented to you. So the Sun makes a person great, gentle, makes for a person to reach his own goals, hopes, dreams, and wishes. And this energy of the Sun then brings the native an intellectually inclined, a noble and generous person that highlights vitality and energy, flair. So a very tight aspect, either a square of a 90-degree angle or an 80-degree opposition, offers projects of unconventionality, independence, because Uranus, of course, brings just these energies, novelty and breakthrough energies, as the Uranian energies of this poem being it's being recorded. It deals with astrology, and it's being implied here, which is the element of air energy, communication, electricity, thought power, ingenious ideas that are the chief leader in this realm. But this sort of energy, we must therefore become even more extreme in our own selves, becoming satisfied with life and all that we must vividly believe. Moreover, you are not only all Uranian in this respect, but you are even more of a person who finds its way through day-to-day activity with a roughshod personality. That aspect will do whatever in the superphysical aspect to attack whatever stands on your way, because of his or her needs aren't met, and the needs of Uranus, which will strike at any blow, because it gives great courage, whether if things are necessarily how the native usually does things, only to be different, and therefore it causes change in the native's life. The Sun squaring or opposite to Uranus. Today we should witness the energies of impulsivity, eccentricity, shock, and will not allow other people's, to try to dominate them or manipulate, or manipulation. The native will come out original and will do anything to stimulate and be understood in the group. Moreover, you may pay especially large importance on this, but you also want freedom from everything, including the purpose of action and tendencies that may involve the present moment, but would also derive these finer qualities, these energies of the past and the future, which hold much on this realm that we are dealing with. So the energies of your life could become unstable and somewhat filled with unprecedented events. Your intense desire to induce change and then show a very conventional side of your own behavior, a sudden change of this will appear. And through this switching effect, you may refuse that structure and will create a new structure thereof. in order to deal with this square or opposite aspect as more harmoniously and most effectively. Astrologers have always called this square effect as a Saturnian background because it's giving us as much time that has this aspect to give us what we want, but also dealing with it in order to give you the lucidity of your own pace to reach your goals. But this may also interfere by giving you a lot of difficulty and lessons and a refusal to not get things done. And with that comes permanent and things that weigh on you, and also difficulty to move forward. The nature of Saturn puts restrictions, inhibition, and blockages that may that way your choice is limited, but also gives you more of a responsibility so that you are also available to receive these gifts, and also giving you a taste of what is of long-lasting value. In that same respect, the same situation follows in all relationships of all kind. With those close friends, you will need to know what is your best intention with friends. And perhaps your relationships have given that same impulse, a need for the lower parts of the body that has been weighing you down, and now it's time for you where your newfound joy and intuition and courage gives forth for a new and enduring sense of relationship. At any rate, because of this energy links us to the vibrations of the past and bringing you back again, that you have learned this valuable lesson of patience, and now you look back with a tendency of impulsive decision making, and particularly more in the choice of your associations with groups, societies, and communities. This is what is happening to you right now, so that you may find yourself drawn to either old classes and old acquaintances of the past with the faith that of these close relationships. So you need to heed their own advice and not let your pride or confidence blind you to the reality. Practice patience and learn to curb your own impulsivity. Sudden success may come around the corner across at least some sign of originality or a change that you have been waiting for, and it's finally visible to all. And that new idea, sudden success, something finally gets across, or at least some sign of originality or change that you have been waiting for, it's finally visible to all. And that new idea or new realization of your own goals is now taking shape for a new concept to move ahead. This is the new port of entry for you now. It is to get across. You have to face these challenges, and it is now the moment that your intellectual capacity may be far more ahead than what may have been hinting you. You must have a strong belief system to counter this world that may not reflect perfectly that part of your higher nature, which is not in accordance with that higher figures of society. So there's also a danger here that you may go against these certain traditions, revolutions of one kind or another. Whether that be social or political, men under this influence of Uranus may see great progress using computers, electronics, or anything new wavy. Your spiritual mantra in meditation may be repeated in these just words. I will be helped, and by the Spirit I work consciously by controlling my impulsivity and strong and independent streak, so that my unconventionality will always manifest and reflect my own self-sufficient time, that I allow as much time to receive and reflect and take the guidance up on others, that everything takes time. So thank you all for watching. This has been certain aspects that I'll be doing. Sun opposite or square Uranus. Thank you all for watching.
Getting more, someday more, someday more, someday more, just like this long, someday more, someday more, someday someday gone. Cajun